Welcome along to the latest edition of ActEd's Tutor Talk. Today we're going to be talking about our electronic or e-materials and also a little bit about sort of environmental change and some of the changes that we've been making at ActEd to ensure that we're doing things in an environmentally friendly way. But today I am joined by one of my colleagues, James. James, would you like to introduce yourself?
Okay. Thanks, Sarah. So yes, I'm James Nunn. I've been with ActEd a year or two now, and I teach CP1, CP2, as well as CM1. So yep, that's me.
Good stuff. So, James, I think we're all becoming more environmentally aware and thinking more about how our choices impact on the environment. Sort of aligned to this, recently BPP have set out their aims around carbon neutrality. But thinking specifically about ActEd, what study choices are available in terms of materials for students who are maybe looking to lessen their impact on the environment?
So one of the best study choices that students can make to do that is to get their course materials in the form of ebooks. All study materials are still available on paper. That's a lot of paper though, or as ebooks. And this includes the main core materials pack, the assignments, the asset, which stands for the ActEd Solutions with Exam Technique, the revision notes, flashcards, and so on. There's lots of different products. Also, there are e-versions of the textbooks referred to in the core reading for certain subjects. And that's, with the aim of helping students to make the right choices, the mock exams and the additional mock pack are now only available as ebooks, but all the other products I've already mentioned are still in paper form because we realise that some students still have a strong preference for those on paper. Talking about the ebooks, there's a really great guide online, which is really useful to get the most out of them. So that covers how to navigate or search them in the most efficient way, for example. And you can also highlight text and bookmark them in different places, just as you do with a paper product. We've also got online classroom, and that's in the form of pre-recorded units, which are available through the hub. For CP1, you can find links or QR codes to these units within the CMP ebook too. Another useful non-paper product is Sound Revision, which is in the form of downloadable tracks covering the main materials of the course notes.
That's a great summary. We'll put some links to other tutor talks explaining about the products and also to that ebook guide that you mentioned as well in the description to the video. So if you want any of that, check out the description. Yeah, I mean, just to add about the weight of paper, I still remember walking back from the office with carrying the notes, particularly for CP1. So anything you could do to avoid that and the back pain associated with that has got to be a good thing.
For sure.
That's our materials. What about tutorials?
Yep, it's a good question. Firstly, we've got live online tutorials, and these remove, obviously, the need to commute to a venue, and all the material for these is provided electronically. Secondly, for face-to-face tutorials, although commuting is obviously still necessary, we encourage travel by public transport, and that should reduce the impact of commuting on the environment. Also, to help make this possible, most of our tutorials take place in venues with good public transport links. In terms of face-to-face tutorials, we've also removed disposable cups by water fountains at our teaching venues. That cuts down on the landfill waste, and we encourage students to bring their own reusable bottles.
Yeah, absolutely. It's generally very easy to get there on public transport. I think we all do. So
yeah.
Is there anything else within ActEd that maybe we should be discussing here around sort of environmental impact?
Yep, there's definitely more areas where we are conscious of our impact on the environment, and we can help students in that aspect. So all of the marking purchased from ActEd is now electronic via the hub, and that cuts down on paper usage. Also, we're considering the impact on the environment whenever we launch new products. For example, we've considered launching more online products, and for some products, we're considering removing paper-based products and only offering ebooks, as we've already done for mock exams. We're considering how we distribute materials as well. So that includes solutions for face-to-face tutorials, and we're thinking about whether this could be done online. The way we send out materials to students has also changed, and we now need to store far less amounts of printed materials, and that reduces warehouse storage and the associated energy costs that are generated by this. Instead, we now print and immediately send printed material to students as and when we need to do this.
Yeah, so I think it's fair to say there are other things beyond, things that students might immediately consider. There are other things within ActEd that we're doing to try and reduce our impact.
Yeah. Tip of the iceberg.
Yeah, isn't it always? Absolutely. Thank you, James. I think that's a really useful summary. If anyone's got any queries about what we're doing in terms of environmental impact or suggestions on things we could be improving and where we could cut down on paper or other things, you can always get in touch with us, acted@bpp.com, and we'll pop a link to the email address in the description for the video as well. Fantastic. Thank you very much, James.
Thank you.
Thanks. We'll see you next time.
Thank you. Bye.